as I film this as the world passes by, or at least that part of the world which travels up the A614 here at Clumber Park. Here is a caterpillar climbing the tree with his entire worldly goods literally on his shoulders. This is the extraordinary larval case of the Psychidae moth, Diplodoma larcatingella. It's an extraordinary thing, I promise you. Phyllis and I have studied Psychidae moths, as I mentioned in a recent video featuring Psychidae and a couple of others on a tree trunk at Rainworth Heath. I'm here in some beech woodland at the side of the A614 against the Clumber Hotel. I'm doing a count of Platybunus pinetorum and happened upon this chap struggling to get anywhere up this beech trunk. These caterpillars adorn their cases in the most extraordinary way. Even with my eyes here, I can see a snail shell on it, and there are a range of items that this caterpillar has adorned its case with. The case is basically a three-sided, almost cocoon-like case of silk, to which the caterpillar attaches fragments of sand, bits of twig, literally anything that it comes across. And they're wonderful things to find and take photographs of, because they're usually constructed in the most diverse manner. There are all sorts on this case. It's not very often I find Diplodoma larcatingella. Some cases aren't as adorned as this. For whatever reason, any adornments can sometimes get washed or brushed off. This one is a truly stunning case with all sorts on it. And I'll take some photographs of this and put them in with this video. That's a young harvestman that's crawling down. But literally anything goes in the construct and adornment of the case of Diplodoma larcatingella. Bits of beetles, bits of spiders, spider molts, snail shells, as we can see here, little bits of bark fragments, all sorts, whatever the caterpillar finds. And in some quarters it's thought that in order to complete the development, the caterpillar of Diplodoma larcatingella has to eat some kind of insect material. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But this caterpillar will be fully grown now, and what it's doing, it's leaving the base of this tree where it's probably spent its entire life so far after having overwintered, and is now climbing up the tree to 4 or 5 feet, where it will attach the case at a suitable point, turn round in its silken tube, pupate, and then the winged moth, whether male or female, will hatch out in a few weeks. Both sexes of Diplodoma larcatingella are able to fly, and it's quite an attractive moth. But for me, the real beauty of this species is this characteristic larval case. It's an extraordinary thing. During the winter, you can often find these tucked right in the crevices that sometimes form against the roots at the base of beech trees or in any hollows, but usually very close to ground level. And then in the spring, when the weather warms up, the caterpillar becomes active, feeds for a few weeks and then does this, slowly ascends the trunk of the tree. But there will be all sorts on there. I think I can see 2 small stones as well. So the whole case will weigh considerably more probably than the larva. In fact, the large black thing looks like a beetle elytra to me, and if it is, it's almost certainly an elytra of Nalassus striatus, a tenebrinid beetle, very common. But what a fabulous thing. I thought that it was heading up the tree. That's why I centred the larval case just below centre, so it would walk up through the shot. It must be knackered and has decided enough is enough. I can't carry this around with me any longer. It's an amazing thing. Truly amazing. And looking at this now, I think this may well be feeding, to be honest. They do eat algae and lichens the same as all other Psychidae moth caterpillars, and this one appears to be grazing on that small area of lichen. This is one of the most extreme examples of Diplodoma leichhartingella's case that I've ever found. They're real beauties to find. Marvellous constructions from a marvellous micromoth.